first time, I hope you'll stay. Espero que te quedes. So today I'm bringing you 20 phrases that are essential to getting you those top marks in your Spanish GCSE exams. Let's get into it. So, even though the exams have changed this year slightly, what remains the same is that expectation to give your opinion. So here I've got some examples of how you can start to express your opinions. En mi opinión, in my opinion. In my opinion, that's quite straightforward, in my opinion. A mi modo de ver, that's also another way to say my way of seeing things. Or estoy de acuerdo. ¿Por qué? I agree because. Right? So all of these are saying, in my opinion, or I agree because, whatever you're agreed with. So the last one is a negative example. It's saying I can't stand something. Maybe it's somebody's way of thinking that you can't stand. Soporto los mentirosos. So I can't stand liars. That's an example for you. Okay, so there are other ways that you can express and show your opinions, but these are four that I think you should definitely know. Okay, let's move on. Connectives. And remember guys, this is not a new video. I've done several videos that are a little bit longer than this, so this is just a refresher for you guys. Connectives. Examiners love these, so make sure you know these. Por otro lado, okay? So on the other hand, okay, we've seen this. On the other hand, en un lado, on one hand, y por otro lado, on the other hand. These expressions are fantastic. Aunque me encanta visitar España, aunque no tengo dinero. Okay, I love visiting Spain, though I don't have money. So it's though or although. Though or although, the same thing. Another lovely one for you which you've seen, as I said, this is just to refresh your memory. Sin embargo, which is nevertheless. Okay? Nevertheless. No tengo examen de español este año, sin embargo, voy a estudiar. So I don't have Spanish exam this year, nevertheless, I'm going to study. Okay, love that. Además is a great word that you need to know, which means in addition or additionally. So when you want to add a little bit more information. Además also means what's more, moreover. So I might say, no puedo quedar contigo hoy. Además tengo que trabajar. I can't hang out with you today. Furthermore, I have to work. Or what's more, I have to work. Okay? Right. So, además is furthermore, or additionally. Okay, so to add a little bit more information to explain yourself further. Fantastic. So, these top mark structures that I have for you today, only four. As I said, I have a lot more for you in other videos. This is just a refresher. If you know all of these, it means that you're set and you're well on your way to getting that top grade that you're in search of. So, acabo de, I've just. So remember, this structure requires a infinitive. So, acabo de estudiar. Okay, I've just studied. Acabo de explicar. I've just explained. So the verb that comes after acabo always ends in AR, ER, or IR. So to go, to sleep, to wait, to explain. Okay? Acabo de enterarme de lo de tu cumple. So I've just found out about your birthday. Okay? Acabo de entender. I've just understood. Acabo I've just gone out. Acabo de visitar. I've just visited. Okay? This one I love, and I've changed time, tiempo, because you can change this around for another word, another noun. Si tuviera más tiempo, me gustaría. So what this is saying is, if I had more time, I would like to. What would you like to do if you had more time? You could always say, you could always change tiempo for dinero, for money, right? Si tuviera más tiempo, o si tuviera más dinero, o si tuviera más amigos, o si tuviera una casa más grande, whatever, you can always change this word for another noun that fits better. Okay? So if I had more, whatever it is, I would like, what would you like to do? What would you like to do if you had more money? What would you like to do if you had more time? Okay, so that's what this is. Great example, because it has, what's my favorite thing? What am I going to say? What tense is this? It has the subjunctive, right? And you know the examiners love a good subjunctive. It shows that you can speak in other tenses and not just the present tense all the time. Okay, so be aware that you're putting different tenses in your text when you're writing and when you're speaking. Okay, right. Tengo la intención de, so I intend to. Quite literally, I have the intention of doing whatever it is you're wanting to do. Tengo la intención de ir a la universidad. Okay? I intend to go to university. I have the intention of going to university. Okay? So that's a great sentence. The word suelo, which comes from soler, which we use to talk about things that you normally do. What do you normally do? What's typical behavior for you? Suelo despertarme a las 8. I usually get up at 8. So it expresses things you normally do. And again, you would follow this with a infinitive. Okay? So it's to say I normally or I usually plus the infinitive. I normally go, suelo ir. I normally say, suelo decir. Suelo visitar. I normally visit. Great expression, brilliant. Now, so for a couple of adjectives and adverbs that really impress, and that's what we're hoping to do, right? To impress our examiners. So, this word I love. Remember the verb olvidar, which is to forget? Well, the adjective, inolvidable, which means unforgettable, is a brilliant one to remember. La película fue inolvidable. The film was unforgettable. Amazing. Okay, impresionante is just that, amazing. El viaje fue impresionante. Okay, el viaje fue impresionante. Okay, so the trip was amazing. Love that word for you. This is on every list that I give you. Afortunadamente, which is fortunately, and desafortunadamente, which is the opposite. So fortunately and unfortunately. Fortunately and unfortunately. Okay, so fortunately, afortunadamente is a mouthful, right? It's a little bit difficult to say, but just break it up. Afortunadamente and unfortunately, desafortunadamente. Okay? Fortunadamente, tuve tiempo para arreglar las cosas. So fortunately, I had time to fix things. Make sure you remember these too because they're amazing. Okay, you can put them in wherever you feel as though they apply. Okay, bastante and demasiado. High frequency words that you must use, you need to know, and get them down. So bastante is quite. Hoy es bastante tranquilo. So today is quite chill, it's quite quiet. Demasiado is too. Es demasiado caluroso. It's too hot. Es demasiado caluroso, so it's too hot. So it's not to be confused with quiet. Quiet and too changes the meaning a little bit, right? So be aware. Okay, and I think that is it. Guys, this was really quick, right? 20 words. I think that is 18, so I'm going to give you another two. Ojalá. Ojalá, or the accent. Ojalá we would use to express desire with the subjunctive as well. It goes with the subjunctive. Ojalá. Ojalá tuviera más tiempo. I wish I had more time. Ojalá venga pronto. I hope you come soon. Ojalá haga buen tiempo mañana. So I hope the weather is great tomorrow. Okay, so that is it. And another one to make it 20, I'm going to say, qué lástima. So, qué lástima is one of those jazzy expressions to show some sort of emotion. What a pity! And that is your cue to learn a few of these to show reaction and how you're feeling. They have a list of these exclamation that you ought to know, such as qué pena, qué gracia, qué gracioso, qué guay, and all of these. So these exclamation sentences beginning with qué, great for you to know these as well. So let's test you a little bit. Speaking challenge. Finish this sentence for me. We're taking one from over here. Si tuviera más tiempo. Good. Again. No soporto. Okay. Do that with all of these and see if you are able to finish the sentence. Complete the sentence. And just for a writing practice and how you can apply this, because remember this is valid both for speaking and for writing. And so let's do some writing. Let's see how we can apply this in a nice short paragraph feel. Okay, so I'm going to clean this part off here and we're going to do it here. Okay? Right, so a piece of writing for you using the example that I've just given you. To express opinion. A mi modo de ver, viajar, to travel, viajar es a word impresionante from here, impresionante, porque, a linking word, you link your word, porque, why is it amazing? Why is it important? You can change this for another adjective if you wish. Porque me permite, it allows me permite, what does it allow you to do? Conocer nuevas, culturas nuevas. ¿Qué son nuevas culturas también? Culturas nuevas. Yeah? So it allows you, traveling allows you to learn about new cultures, right? What else? You can probably add something else. Think about it. You want to add another little bit of information? Words that we added about elongating or expanding was además. I've rubbed it out, I'm sorry. What's more, okay? Furthermore, you want to make your sentence a little bit longer. we're going to get something from here. So, además, si tuviera más tiempo, okay? What's more, if I had more time, what would you do if you had more time? Well, this sentence said, me gustaría, I would like, me gustaría visitar, where would I like to visit? Uruguay. There we go. So you're bringing it all together. You've got your opinion, then you're getting something to connect. ¿Por qué? Even though ¿por qué is not here. ¿Por qué is one of your easier words, connecting words, though we have some different ones here. Me permite conocer culturas nuevas. Additionally, además, si tuviera más tiempo, me gustaría visitar Uruguay. So that's how you do it. Okay, you're taking bits, so opinions, connectives, expressions that you've learned throughout the year, and you're sprinkling some of those nice adjectives and adverbs that you know, and voila. Nice, beautiful piece of writing. And this is how you get a good mark in your Spanish writing. I hope you found this helpful. I'm going to leave you until next time. Mucha suerte, chicos. Adiós.